Hold on, Holly. Hold on, people. Oh. Anyway, I'll say it again. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, and happy Easter. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. It is Easter Sunday. God is blessing us with a beautiful morning. Sun rising over the homes in the east. I just woke up a little bit ago to cover my coffee before it gets cold. I think I want to put on my coat. I hope you guys don't mind. It is 39 degrees, and my pants and my sleeves are wet with coffee. Got my towel on my chair. Got my butt in my chair. Might even pop my hat on for a little bit. But anyway, thank you all for joining, and happy Easter and happy Sunday. Again, my name's Ken Tracy. This is Coffee with Ken. This is a show I started some time ago. We're working up on 4 years. I got Holly behind me chewing a bone. Celebrating her Easter with a bone first thing. It's a show I've been doing for a long time, talking, sharing some experiences, sharing a little bit about life, the ups and downs we have. Most people share the ups and pictures of themselves on a beach in a bathing suit or something. Maybe not on a bathing suit. That might be too much. And but I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it seems to be, I don't know, it's good for me, and it feels good for those watching sometimes. And I enjoy doing it. And I think I got everything set up the way I need it to be. So thank you all for joining. For those who have been watching a while, you know it is a show about me talking. But it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I am excited to take my first sip on this Easter morning. Such a beautiful day. The grass is turning green behind me. We got the sun coming up. I think we have little buds forming in all the trees, little baby leaves coming out. I think it's going to be a beautiful spring and summer. But anyway, I'm excited to have my first sip of coffee. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing on this Sunday morning, you got a hot cup of coffee as well. Cheers to us. It's the French roast. I feel the French roast and I have gotten off to a rocky start. Every morning I go either live or do a little video where I have my first sip of coffee. And I have my favorites, there's no doubt about it. And I think I've never put the French roast in one of my favorites. But good morning. XO knees. Not sure what that means. But anyway, I have always just kind of labeled the French roast just a typical coffee, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Hello, Lulu Van Wyck. Thank you for joining this morning. But anyway, that first sip was damn good, and I'm going to have another. Oh. It's interesting. I used to do a morning video every day. Good morning, Marie. No, I'm not in the new Barbie movie. Who is that actor that's in the new Barbie movie? Who plays me? For those that are just tuning in, yes, my name is Ken. And the only real claim to fame the name Ken has is being Barbie's boyfriend. But I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good claim to fame. Hello, Marie. I apologize. But anyway, that's a pretty good claim to fame. And I like the actor that's playing Ken in the movie. One of those good-looking, funny, witty guys that all the women like. It's just not fair. Oh, Marielle. Oh, all right. Well, hello, Marielle. I'm standing far from my phone. When I say standing, I mean sitting. I'm sitting far from my phone, and I'm 54 years old, and my eyes are fading. And I see the Marie. I can even see the L, but the L kind of squishes together with the B, and hence you became Marie, not Marielle. So, hello, Marielle, and I apologize. So, my girlfriend is Barbie. I do not have a girlfriend. I am recently twice divorced and they live in a tiny little home here in Naperville, Illinois, and live with my dog Holly and myself, and have 4 beautiful children, which I'm going to see this morning. I have 2 ex-wives. I'm giving you the I don't mean the ugly. I'm not trying to insult my wives. I mean just the ugly part, the hard part, the challenging part of my life. A little before I'm ready. Oh, I was saying, I do a morning coffee show every day, and I used to do where I'd say good morning, take my coffee, and then go live. Hello, Anissa. Oh, I get it. And Barbie is a girlfriend. And Kenneth. Hey, Katie. Happy Easter, Katie. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for chiming in. Oh, and that was kind of interesting because, I'd already have been drinking my coffee and I'd be already settled into my morning and gone through a lot of my morning routine and walked my dog. And hello, Ken. Happy Easter to you, sir. And be caffeinated and then go live about an hour later. And just due to my changing schedule, I started going live first thing. I didn't have time to do both videos, and I know that would be crushing to you guys. I didn't have time to do 2 videos, and I didn't have, maybe the energy. Probably the time, mostly. But anyway, so now I go live, and I actually have my first sip with you guys, and sometimes it's hard, and I did a video about this a little bit ago, for anybody out there nervous to do lives and wondering what you're going to say, or even on video in general. It was funny. I was sitting there. I put the phone up against, I think I was resting against my toilet paper roll. Not my toilet paper, my paper towel roll this morning in my kitchen. And I'm staring at the phone. And I'm kind of, not woken up yet. It is a glorious day. Not woken up yet. I'm staring at my phone. It's staring at me. And the button that says go live is sitting there. And I'm going, do I really want to do this? I go, what the heck? I push live. Kind of made me chuckle. And then you get a little countdown. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Hello from Australia. Hello. Hortini from Clarendon Hills. I like Clarendon Hills. Clarendon Hills is a town I used to run through a lot. I grew up in Downers Grove, and which is, I think, 2 towns over from Clarendon Hills, but they're all small towns. It's interesting, the suburbs of Chicago, and it's probably the suburbs anywhere. Let me have a little more coffee. We call them towns, or I call them towns, but it's all kind of one long smear of suburbia. And the defining line between Downers Grove and Westmont and Clarendon Hills and Hinsdale, if you're not aware that you're switching towns, you don't know that you're switching towns. And so it sounds, when I look back on it, when I said I'd run through that town, sounds like a long run, but it really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a short run, honestly. But I like Clarendon Hills. It's cute, it's pretty, it's got some beautiful homes, high home prices. I'm in Naperville, high home prices here, probably high home prices across the country. For those that don't know, I was a realtor for 17 years. I recently left that, and at the start of the year, I decided I'd had enough. And I'm currently working at a local super Target and actually enjoying that surprisingly much. But I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying not to pressure myself too much to figure it out, but I'd like to figure out my next step and see where life takes me. Because I think life's kind of an adventure filled with ups and downs and challenges. And happy Easter, Michael. Stuff that keeps coming our way. And good morning, 2-girl mom. I'm outside today. Happy Easter to you, young lady. Captain Kenny's brother. Hey, Captain Kenny's brother. We're Irish Johnny and Captain Kenny. Your mom must have had her hand full. I have uh, a longtime watcher named Captain Kenny who tunes in when he can. Really supportive guy. I don't think he appreciate. You're singing this morning and you're headed to church. How beautiful. You were in Target yesterday. Are those stonewashed jeans from 1987? No. They're not stonewashed at all. They're just faded jeans from 2022. But, yeah, Target's a great store. I mean, and not all Targets are the same, Katie. So if you're walking through and going, hey, this store's not that impressive, I work at what I like to still call, because it used to call it itself a super Target, and it is super. It's got a huge grocery store. It's really nice and clean and a ton of products. And people come up to me, because I work in the cereal aisle, and ask me for anything. Like you have a superpower. Because, I mean, I don't even go on the other side of the store, really. It's a big store. I mean, and I certainly don't stock the shelves of everything in the whole store. I mean, I barely leave my aisle. There's a ton of stuff to do. There's a ton of product to stock and inventory and what have you. And I don't think people know and I'm sure when I was a customer, I was the same way. I'd come up to somebody in the dairy department and ask them where the charcoal is. And, or if you guys got any certain brand of charcoal. But people come up and ask me for things that I've never even heard of. And I'll go, huh. Fortunately, we have a little computer on us that usually if they know how to spell it or what it looks like, we can usually do a pretty good job of finding it. But anyway, I'm enjoying that job as I've taught. Hey, thank you so much for following the host. Have I introduced you to my dog, Holly? This is Holly. She's excited to be outside, but it's ridiculous. She doesn't really count being outside as anything. She thinks she's too good to pee or poop just being outside with Dada. We got to be on an official walk. So she probably is holding her bladder, holding her everything else. But she can go. She's got to learn she can go. First time you've seen Holly, really? She's an English Springer Spaniel. She's beautiful. We had a kind of quiet evening, as I have a quiet life these days. And we had a quiet evening last night. I had my very first fire out in the backyard of the season. I used to burn things all the time, have fires and fireplaces and fire pits. I still have candles and still like fire. I'm still fascinated by fire. But I used to do it all the time. I think it was a good activity to do while I was drinking and smoking. And now that I stopped drinking and smoking, a lot of these backup activities that you do to kind of make you feel like you're doing something other. Hello from Switzerland. I'd love to go to Switzerland one day. Looks so beautiful. I mean, obviously. I tried to have a fire. Instead, wasted $5 on gas and nothing was dry enough to burn. Really? I had a pretty nice one. I got a big pile of sticks. Hey, thanks for sending me a finger heart. Somebody just got the #1 gifter badge. I appreciate that somebody's giving me gifts. Use 3 finger hearts. I'm not totally sure what that means and what a gifter badge does for you. Probably not a heck of a lot, but I'm happy for you. Holly's in the corner of my yard. We have 6 weeks here. We have 6 more weeks in this home, 6 or 7. And it's kind of got me feeling a little blue. I've liked the home. But I think in life things happen for a reason. And I think if we face... She's still in the corner of the yard. If we face... Good morning, Scott Concrete. If we face the ups and downs with a good attitude, and I think our biggest risk in life is losing our spirit or losing our positive attitude. Thank you for following the host, and happy Easter to you, sir. I think our biggest challenge in life is keeping a good attitude and taking the hits we get. The life deals out in stride. And I think the only thing that can knock us from our path is losing hope, losing spirit, losing faith. And lots of things are going to come at us in life. Divorces, deaths of people we love, job losses, financial issues, health issues, what have you. I mean, there's a million of them, and they happen every day. But I think the one risk we have from falling off the path that's destined for us is losing our faith or losing our hope and losing our spirit. And I have recently, over the last couple of years, hey, Holly, come here, girl. Holly. She's visiting the neighbor. Built up a little faith that things happen for a reason and a little hope that good things are coming down the road and just a little belief in myself and in the world that things line up the way they're supposed to. And I'm going to be moving out of this house in 6 or 7 weeks and kind of bummed for it. Honestly, I don't know where I'm moving. With my job changes and the divorce and what have you, honestly, I can't afford it at this moment, which is kind of sad. But I'm looking at choices and looking at options. Hello from Thailand. And looking at career moves and decisions I need to make that probably should have been made a long time ago. But I think in life you're better off not kicking yourself for things that should have been done a long time ago. And thank you for following the host. Come to Ohio. I've been to Ohio, obviously. I mean, I live in Illinois. Ohio's not too far. What do I think of Ohio? I think I had a real nice time at a camp place on Lake Erie. I believe Ohio is touching Lake Erie. And there were big waves that day. And it was real fun. I was a kid, and I think we were coming around after a trip up to see the Niagara Falls up in Canada. And Holly. Come here, Holly. Holly likes to go on field trips of her own. But, hello, good girl. And camped in Ohio along Lake Erie. Come to Ireland. Now, that would be a big trip. Ireland might be a little far. I would love to visit Great Britain or Britain again or Ireland again. My mother grew up in Scotland and went to Scotland several times in my youth, but haven't been there in about 30 years. And that's another thing on my bucket list. Where in Illinois? I live in Naperville, Illinois, which is about 35 miles west of Chicago. And God, we got the sun coming up. Maybe I don't even need my hat. I feel more authentic without the hat. I mean, I don't feel inauthentic without the hat. How old am I? I am 54 years old. I'm 54. Let me chug a little more coffee. I'm looking forward to my morning today. Feels good to have the caffeine pumping through. Hello from West Tennessee. Through my veins a little bit. To be waking up a little bit. To have the sun shining a little bit. To have it be a beautiful morning. Holly and I are going to go for a nice walk in a little bit. I don't know where we're going to go. But that's okay. We'll figure that out in a little bit. After that, I'm going to go visit. I have 2 beautiful little babies. A almost 6-month-old and a almost 2-year-old. Little babies, little angels. One's my nugget of love and one's my little angel. Those are their pet names. All 4 of the kids got various pet names. Some less flattering than others. My oldest, for some reason, her nickname was Belly. Well, because she was kind of a skinny little baby and she kind of had a nice round belly and it was cute. And her mom and I just called her Belly. And she's a beautiful girl now. And I'm going to take my 2-year-old and we're going to go celebrate my 14-year-old's birthday and Easter a little bit. It was her birthday earlier in the week, and we're going to go out for breakfast and do a little shopping. Although I'm somewhat concerned. I don't know what stores are open on Easter. There's a product I wanted to buy her, but I'm not totally sure. I think it's always good to get somebody a quality product, and it doesn't have to be super expensive. Like my daughter's got me this Yeti for Christmas, and I love it. And it reminds me of them, and I'm always going to mean something to me. Plus, it's just a dang quality product, and it keeps my drinks warm. Let me have a sip of my coffee in here. Why, yes, I do have two coffee receptacles. When you have a coffee with Ken show, you have to plan ahead. um, and anyway, really enjoyed the product. I bought my older daughter some Birkenstocks a few years ago, and I wanted to get I hope she's not watching today or the surprise will be ruined. If it's a surprise. I don't know if the kids are still wearing Birkenstocks. I saw some girls in Starbucks wearing them the other day. I think it's a quality product. They last forever. And I don't know, I love mine, and I'd like to get her a pair. However, I'm not sure exactly she wants them. And secondly, I don't know exactly her foot size. And I want to make sure she stops growing. Kids are wearing Birkies. Okay, good. Well, then hopefully she'll be excited. And hopefully we'll find a store open. And hopefully we'll get her a pair that she loves. Good morning. Your kids are very young. I'm 57. All my reared youngest is 27. Yeah, my kids are young. I got a almost 17 down to a baby. I got started late. Good morning, Eric. I had my first child, and it's probably not hard to do the math, but I didn't get married till I was 34. I had my first child at 37, and my last baby was born and I was 54. Yeah, it has been a while, Eric. Happy Easter to you, sir. Have you ever had Dutch Brothers coffee? They're building one by my house. No, I don't think I've ever had Dutch Brothers coffee. I am a big fan of coffee, and I would try any. I wouldn't say I'm too particular. I always say that, but I'm getting more particular, perhaps. The more I experience and the more dedicated I am and the more consistently I drink coffee in the morning. Again, I've kind of given the French roast I don't know. I'm enjoying the French roast this morning, and I haven't been very complimentary to it so far this season. I'm really into the cinnamon dolce, to be honest with you. And I work again at a super Target, and I work in the cereal aisle, and the aisle right next door has coffee. And if anyone brings up cinnamon or coffee in my aisle, or I bring it up, buenos dias. To me, I start preaching the beauty that is cinnamon dolce coffee and how great cinnamon goes in coffee and how surprising it was and how hard it is for me to make anything but that. But I thought this morning when I was preparing my coffee, I mean, I don't want to kind of joke, but on this day we're celebrating rebirth and being kind of born again, and maybe my French roast is getting born again. Maybe. How do you make your coffee? I make it in a Happy Easter from Arlington Heights. Hello, JW. Thank you for tuning in from Arlington Heights. I just make it in a simple Mr. Coffee. A lot of people think because I like coffee so much and I talk about coffee and I have a coffee show and I have coffee mugs and I am wearing a coffee sweatshirt that I need one of those big fancy coffee machines that are a few $100. My coffee machine I bought, or actually no, my ex-wife bought it for me when I moved into this house. It was very nice of her. It was just, I don't know, $20. And it's got one button on it and it's go. And it's got the place where you pour the water and the place where you put the coffee and the filter, and everything else just kind of works. Good morning, Jelly's lover. It's hard for me to see. You can make it better for cheaper. Make coffee better for cheaper? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty darn cheap. It's funny, I was going to say, I think counting pennies in life is a bad strategy. I think being too cheap, and I'd probably had a tendency to worry about money and to fret over money and fret over bills and such stuff like that, or try and save a quarter here or a quarter there too much in my life, to be honest with you. And I think that's a bad strategy. I think you're telling the universe that money is scarce and money's a problem and money's an issue. And I think you're better off
embracing money and being comfortable with it and not worried about it as much. And I know that sounds silly, and I'm a guy that just said he can't afford his rent. But I think I probably had the wrong attitude about it. I think I've always just kind of looked at it as a luxury and something to squander when I have it and fret about when I don't. And that's probably not a good attitude on either front. On the flip side, I believe in picking up pennies. Hello from Bhutan. You are my first viewer from Bhutan. Where is Bhutan? Yeah, aren't the birds beautiful? I mean, it kind of got quiet after I said that, but it's so nice to sit out here. And again, I wasn't sure I was going to go live. I woke up almost at 7 o'clock. It feels so good to wake up. And I mean, for 17 years, I've been a realtor, and very rarely would you have to get up early for anything. And over the last, thank you for following the host, 9-10 weeks or so, I've been working at Super Target, and my shift starts at 7 o'clock. And I get to walk Holly, and I have to have breakfast and get ready. So I got to wake up by 5:30 every day, do a video a lot of days, and felt so good. Not going to sleep, and just knowing I wouldn't have to rush in the morning and rush through my day. And woke up at 6:30, which was just a treat. And it was light out. And Holly was whining at me because she was ready to go with the day and ready to get going. And I was very relaxed. Yeah, no, it feels that way. And you say you're constantly working. I take these videos kind of seriously. I know it might seem crazy or might seem silly to some people or childlike or foolish. I've been called all of those things before, and maybe I'm a little bit of each of them. Let me take a swig of coffee. But I take these videos kind of seriously. And right now, going through some stuff, as we're always going through stuff, if I'm not working, I'm really putting effort into these videos, to be honest with you. I do shoot a live video pretty much every day. Thank you for following the host. My social media stuff is growing on every platform, which is kind of fun. I'm close to getting monetized over on YouTube. I'm set a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I think I'm at 951 as of today, so I'm getting close to that, and that'll be fun. I mean, I don't know if it'll be fun, but it's a goal. It'll be nice to achieve that goal. And I'm enjoying growing here on TikTok, and I do a live video pretty much most days. I've been mixing up the time. I used to be very routine and do it at 8 o'clock every morning, but life kind of got in the way. And wasn't able to go live, obviously, at 8. So kind of do it when I can and try not to stress too much about the perfection that it could be or, anything about it, and just do it and try and enjoy it. Got to keep an eye on the watch, on the clock. Anyway, I rewatch these live videos. I snip them into little shorter videos, and I post them all over social media, and they're really, I don't know. It takes more effort than I expected, to be honest with you. I do it on my coffee breaks. I do it on my lunch hour. I do it when I get home from work. I hope some way, somehow, someday to find... Hello from South Africa. I hear South Africa is beautiful. I'm picturing great white sharks jumping out of the water with seals in their mouth. It's a beautiful picture, but I don't know. Not a very pretty image on sunny in Naperville today. Happy Easter on an Easter morning. Holly's visiting my neighbor's grass. And I don't know. It's so quiet. I live at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac. And it's funny. Somebody just asked, what do you think about Trump? And they did it in all caps. And that seems so... That's just not the way I'm going this morning. Neither the political conversation or the all caps. And I talk about it a lot. I think if you watch the news, you get too caught up in stuff. And maybe some of it's important stuff, and maybe politics has a place in our lives. I bet I would enjoy the Philippines. That's a long trip. I wouldn't get to see my kids very often. Wow, we're getting a lot of people hopping in from the Philippines. I appreciate that. And I think life is better if you turn off the news. And it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you are, whether you're conservative or liberal or whatever. I think either way they get paid. We buy negative stuff and conflict and drama and stuff. So anyway, that's probably enough about politics. Let's drink a little more coffee. The dew is glistening in the grass. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm gonna see if you can. I don't know. Can you see the dew glistening in the grass? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Hey, I have my first car driving down the street. I was living such a quiet little street. Hello, Tara Jane. Holly says hi. If she could say hi. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Somebody said my haircut looks great. I'm very proud of it. I haven't cut it today. I'm going to cut it later today. More of a mow. More of a mow. I shave my head every day. I shave it in the shower with a razor, Gillette. I don't know. Gillettes are expensive. Thank you so much for following the host. Thank you for noticing the dew glistening. I wasn't sure if you could, but it's quite pretty. I'm going to get rid of the rest of this coffee and really focus on my Yeti here because that's where the hot stuff is hiding. Thank you so much for following the host. This is fun. I'm glad I went live this morning. Every morning I wake up and go, am I going to do a video? Maybe, maybe not. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And I usually feel good after I do. I don't know if it's because I went live and I feel like live is kind of productive for a guy that wants to build a social media audience and work on public speaking in some way. And I don't know, cut little videos and have content to edit. So I always feel a little good after I do it, but it might not be because I'm being productive. It might just be because the coffee's, I'm fully caffeinated. Good morning from sunny Indiana. I'm coming at you from sunny Naperville, Illinois. Somebody said go to Ohio a little bit ago, and I think Ohio might be a little far. I've considered and kicked around the idea of going to Wisconsin just for fun. Cost of living's a little lower there. Hello, Karma's Kiss. I like nature. I think the political climate is a little more matching me. I think a change might be fun. Where I live is crazy expensive, and maybe we shouldn't talk about crazy expensive. Hey there, Captain Kenny. I had Irish Johnny, or your brother, on earlier. I wonder if your brother's still around, or he got bored with my show. I appreciate, Captain Kenny, you referring your brother to me, though. Keep it in the family. Thank you so much for following the host. You want to return to Walliford? Who said that? Who said that? How do you guys know? Either somebody that's watching my videos for a long time. Come here, Holly. Or what have you. Because my mother grew up in Walliford. I wonder who's watching that knows that. Could be a relative or something. Yeah, but me? Who's me? Not many people would know Walliford, unless you're really watching my videos. I would like to go back to Walliford. Oh, is that you on the main street? Okay. That's so cool. That is so cool. Did we talk? Have you been on here before? Did you know that my mother grew up in Walliford? Do you know my mother? I bet you know it's such a small little town. Not my mother, but the family. I'm sure you do. How's the weather out there today? Colin Cornish. Are you still there? Do you know Colin Cornish? Yeah, okay. Do you know who Colin Cornish is? Happy Easter to you, Bobby Montgomery. Good morning, Kivo. Hey, Cheryl La Boneza. It might be La Bonesa. I might be totally mispronouncing the name, and I apologize if I do. But again, I'm looking at the phone from a little ways away. Come here, Holly. Good girl. There's little birds coming in and out the bushes on each side. Irish Johnny. Oh, is Irish Johnny still there? Hi, Irish Johnny and Captain Kenny. Captain Kenny asked about the weather. It was 38, 39 degrees when I came out and sat out. It is perfectly calm. There's not a cloud in the sky. And the sun is rising over my bald head. And if you still can see I believe the dew is still glistening in the grass. So it's a beautiful day. Woo! It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a pretty Easter. And be a perfect day to ride my scooter today. But it's hard because I'm picking up my little nugget of love, Augie, and I'm going to pick up my two older girls and go out and enjoy the morning, afternoon. And they don't all fit on my scooter. And they do not all fit on my scooter. I'm going to have my bundle of joy, my nugget of love, Robert. I was born in Bunnyrig. Yeah, I remember Dalkeith and Musselburgh were my haunts. All right. Yeah, no, that's cool. I know all those towns. Hello from Canada. We're very international today. I hope my Philippines viewers aren't tuning off. I wonder if they watch sitcoms in the Philippines. I woke up from a dream. I was having a dream about Friends. And I was at a party. And I was watching a commercial. And they were talking about Friends, and for some reason, David Schwimmer was at the party, who played Ross Geller. This is very interesting to you guys, I'm sure. Dreams are always fascinating to other people. For some reason, David Schwimmer was at the party, and I said, you know what's so cool about Friends? We really know the characters in them. And I was embarrassed because David Schwimmer was there, and I was going, I don't really know David Schwimmer. And he might have felt awkward. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people adore Friends. So anyway, I have viewers from the Philippines watching tonight, or today. It's nighttime there. And I was wondering if in the Philippines they have a Philippine version of Friends. Not Friends particularly, but sitcoms and things like that. I mean, I assume they do. Drink more coffee. Thank you, Captain Kenny. I have a horrific habit of forgetting my coffee from time to time. I'm sorry, coffee. I'm sorry, little coffee. I don't want to forget you. But occasionally I'll get talking about such random and silly stuff that I forget to drink the coffee. And this show is about the coffee. It's really not about me. Or even about Holly, or even about the weather, or even about the conversation. It's mostly about the coffee. Hello, Joanne. I think Joanne was my first fan from your family, Captain Kenny. I know you didn't like me much at all. But Joanne said, stick with him. I like this guy. There's something about this guy that I like. And Captain Kenny probably grumbled. Said, oh, okay. I'll keep watching. And I grew on him, and suddenly Irish Johnny's in, and now I'm going to get the whole family out in New Jersey. I think you're in New Jersey. How am I? I'm doing great today. Edith. Thank you for joining. Tara Jane, I so appreciate you. You're like the strong, silent type, Tara Jane. I think you're a moderator on my page. You do a lot of likes, but you don't comment too much. You're kind of quiet. I didn't see you liking all my lives, I might not even notice you're there. Or occasionally hammering people that are saying bad things. I think Captain Kenny is all talk. No, I'm just teasing. I love you, Captain Kenny. Wonder if I'd be cooler if I was Captain Kenny. Have you trademarked Captain Kenny? I could drop the whole coffee with Ken thing like, you are the silent hammer. See, that's another good nickname. the silent hammer, and Captain Kenny. Happy Easter to you, Roma. I appreciate you joining. You'd definitely be cooler if you were captain. Just scratch off the coffee, or just scratch off the offie and write in black marker, Captain. You know what I mean? And I'd be Captain Ken. Yeah, you could be Captain Kenny, and I could be Captain Ken. I think Kenny's a fun name. And I mean, I've been called Kenny, and I've talked about this before, but it's such a fun, playful, childish, useful name. Ken's a little stoic, a little statuesque. Although Ken did get Barbie, and we all know Barbie's a babe. She's changed over the years, though. She's changed over the years. But that's okay. We all change over the years. Thank you so much for following the host. Johnny's probably not boring. I bet Johnny's a lot of fun. I bet Johnny's a lot of fun. I bet Johnny... How old are Johnny and Kenny? I was chatting with my brother yesterday who lives down in Austin, Texas. He's 59 right now. It's amazing. He's going to be 60 at the end of the year. You know, 60 sounds so old. I mean, heck, 54, which is how old I am. Okay. Yeah, Johnny and Captain Kenny. You guys are Johnny and Kenny. But you're 62 and 57. My brother Scott is 59 and I'm 54. I still don't feel much different than I do when I was 15. Thank you so much, Roma. It's actually, I live at the end of a quiet street in Naperville, and it's Main Street, and I live in a perfect little area close to downtown with a bunch of tiny little homes that were built in the 50s. And these tiny little homes, one by one, are getting knocked down, and they're putting up big, expensive homes. And it's kind of sad because I wish, you know, as a divorced dad who needs a tiny little home and doesn't need a 5-bedroom, 4,000 square foot home, I wish they kept, as a former realtor, I'll call it the charm that is, hello, curly fries, that are these small homes, because they are cute and they are necessary. Because I don't know, I don't think the world needs 4,000 square foot homes. Even big families don't need 4,000 square. And it doesn't have to be any specific religion, I don't think. But I just think believing that things happen for a reason and that there's a purpose and that there's a higher power out there has helped me through a lot of very dark times over the last year and a half. And again, it doesn't have to be a specific faith or Christian or Jewish or Muslim or whatever. But I think just feeling not alone, even if you're married with kids all around, you know, in the middle of the night when you wake up and you're laying in bed, you're alone with your thoughts, and we're alone with our thoughts, and feeling like there's somebody to talk to and praying a little bit has helped me get through some hard times. Ooh, making bacon and eggs and chocolate chip pancakes right now for the captain. Captain Kenny. I think you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. Joanne. Does Joanne have a younger sister? I mean, no. I'm never going to date again. That's probably not true. I'll probably date again. But does Joanne have a younger sister? And does she cook bacon and eggs and chocolate chip pancakes? And would she cook them for me? Good evening in Thailand. Wow, thank you. I'm similar to Bruce Willis. Well, thank you. I like Bruce Willis a lot. Not sure why. I mean, because he's just such a regular guy. I saw him on a thing from some time ago. He was on a stage with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. And it was the three of them. And I think they owned a restaurant for a while. And they were all kind of tough guys in tough action-type movies. But Bruce Willis was a lot different than Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was kind of an everyman hero. Hello from Laos. He was an everyman hero. Like, he wasn't sculpted. And he was losing his hair. And he kind of talked like a regular guy. And he was kind of a normal guy. He got his ass kicked a lot. I mean, he kicked a lot of ass, but he would give and take in his movies, and I like him. Hello from the Holy Land. Are you really? Hi from South Africa. Seems some days I get such an international audience, and some days I get almost nothing. Hello, hey, Tara Jane, the Silent Hammer chimed in. You're coming in from Cape Town. Cape Town is right on the southernmost part of Africa. Hello from Uganda. Happy Sunday to you. Where's your coffee? I don't know where your coffee is, but I know where my coffee is, and it's right here. Hello from Texas. I'm going to have to go at some point because I'm getting kind of hungry. And Captain Kenny talking about what Joanne's making them, the chocolate chip pancakes and the bacon and eggs, reminded me that I have had corned beef hash and eggs in my fridge. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to breakfast with my daughters. But I'm not picking them up till 11 o'clock. Maybe we're going to go to lunch. Happy Easter to you, Kimmy. Thank you for joining. Can you hear that woodpecker? I actually see him up in the tree. He went quiet since I drew attention to him. I see him up in his tree because his head was going better, 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 better. Come on, woodpecker, make sound for my audience. People are chiming in from all over the world that might not have woodpeckers where they're from. Ken does need a donut. A donut would be perfect. My stomach is now rumbling. Oh my gosh. I wonder if it was set off because my salivary glands started thinking about my corned beef hash and eggs. I'm probably just going to have a bowl of cereal. I wonder if woodpeckers get headaches. I mean, I doubt they do. I mean, if they did, they wouldn't peck the wood. Hey, the woodpecker is saying Happy Easter. It was. I can see him up there. He's not got a bad attitude. He's not going to entertain my audience anymore. Oh, well, thank you for having it be your favorite show. I so appreciate that. Oats is nice. I'm probably gonna have gold. Wait, hold on. Come on. He's a shy woodpecker. He only does it when he wants. I mean, I guess if I'm a woodpecker, I'm not gonna peck wood for some guy that has a Coffee with Ken show and some audience that, I mean, he doesn't even know what a phone is. Why do they peck wood? Are they trying to get bugs or something out of the tree? There must be a reason. Oh my gosh. Hey, Captain Kenny, thank you so much for joining. Tell Joanne I said hey and happy Easter to her. You have a great day as well, sir. I'm going to sip some coffee. I'm going to probably sign off a little bit pretty soon because I'm pretty hungry. And drinking coffee on a very empty tummy's no fun. Plus, I need to shower. Plus, I need to walk Holly. And I got a busy morning ahead of me. Am I dating anybody? No, I'm not dating. Recently divorced. I'm just kind of going through stuff post-divorce. And well, I might be signing off because you're signing off. But I'm hungry. And I do have a lot to do. And I get to pick up my little nugget of love in an hour and 8 minutes. Tara James, the silent hammer chimes in again. But I am going to sign off. Holly just threw her paw up on my leg and is probably ready to go for our walk. And I'm ready to get some breakfast in me or some cereal at least. Thank you so much, Paula. You as well. I want to thank you guys all for joining, following in my show, being a part of my life, and doing you. And I hope you guys have a happy Easter. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. Hope you're gonna have a great breakfast this morning because I'm looking forward to eating a little something myself. Hope wherever you are, the sun is shining, and if the sun is not shining on you, have gratitude for the clouds or the rain. Hope you're feeling blessed because you truly are. Hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And let me pick this up so I can do it right. Hold on here. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.